Welcome to MySchool training. We will be looking at creating a guardian contact and sharing addresses across profiles. Within the student profile, we can attach relationships, notably parents or siblings. This keeps addresses in one place and groups profiles together. Here we see the student has no relationships. We will create two guardian profiles and share addresses across the profiles. So go to Edit on the student profile. Notice that we have the option to add a new contact to the relationship fields. If the user already exists, you can select Pick Contact and search via their name. Click on New Contact to add a new user. The window opens with an empty user profile. Note the mandatory fields and fill out the details as appropriate for your school's data. Here in the Contact tab, we have to fill out the email as it is mandatory for all user profiles. We now fill out the address for the user and add their personal telephone number if we know this. This is vital if the user has been set as an emergency contact. Save the guardian profile and return to the student profile to add the second parent. We see that the security control advises us that another user is using the email. As these are unique identifiers, then MySchool will not allow you to create the user. Press OK and modify the email. We now see the contact has been created. We now need to set the relationship. Equally, at this moment, we check the permissions attached to the user. In this example, we will add a second parent and share the address between all relationships. Now let's create a household, which we can use for address labels and also to attach other siblings who may be attending the same school. Select New Contact, but this time we will choose Household instead of Individual. Set a single name for the household, and it will need an email to save. Use the primary email of one of the parents or the designated main contact. We can now change the relationship to parents. Deselect the permissions that are not needed for the household. Now let's add the members of the household by sharing this new address with the family. Starting here by setting the student to be a member of that household. Click on the parent's profile in Relationships. We see that although the address is shared, there are no details. So let's fill this out now. Salutations will appear at the top of the labels and printouts if the household is requested as a contact. Set the home phone number, then save. We have to reconfirm that this is in fact a household rather than a user. Therefore it doesn't need the mandatory details. Go back to the particulars and change this. Then it can be saved. On the Contact tab, we can return to the student's profile to add the two parents to this household. We can now check to see that all the relationships are sharing the household details. Both parents are attached and the student is sharing the household address. If the student has a sibling, then their profiles can be linked as well.